What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I hope you like this video. This is your review for the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Season 4, Episode 7. Oh, wow. It's been 7 episodes already. So we start this episode off with this scary, creepy-ass bunny delivering invitations to everybody, okay? The bunny was in people's house. The bunny was in people's backseat of their car. The bunny rolled up on Mary. Listen, I don't even know if this is a party I would want to attend with the crazy bunny running around. But okay then. But then we see Whitney out at lunch with her husband / dinner. And they're talking about him going back to work and getting acclimated to being back at work. And he was like, yeah, it's a lot. It's different, weird, blah, blah, blah. So then Whitney starts talking about how he's not helping out around the house and he's not being supportive. Now, let me say this. I 100% understand where Whitney is coming from, and I get it. But this is the kind of thing, at the Bell Collective reunion last season, Carlos King made an observation about reality TV women, right? Housewives, in his experience, the love and marriage people, Bell Collective. These women go from being housewives who have to rely on their husbands to being celebrities and entities on their own. So when your husband was working before, you were a housewife. You didn't work. You took care of the home, the kids, the dog. You cooked the breakfast. You did all of those things. And you really didn't have much of a responsibility outside of those things. I know she said she had a little Wild Rose company, whatever, but anyway. Now that your husband has gone back to work, in his mind, things are going to go back to that. To what life looked like when I went to work every day and you stayed home and took care of the kids in the house. Now, granted, you now have businesses. You now are an entity and appearances and you have obligations. And so you are not that same Whitney. And so you're frustrated because you feel like, well, you didn't see that I was losing it the other day when the bacon was burning and the dog was peeing on the couch and the kids was fighting. But 3 years ago, 5 years ago, it wouldn't have been an issue. You would have done it without thinking that he was supposed to help, or at least complaining about it. And I'm not saying that she's wrong for feeling that way, but I'm saying that he's not looking through that lens because that's not the lens he's used to looking through. And I'm not saying that makes it okay. I'm just explaining what I feel like was happening. Then she starts talking about him not wearing his wedding ring. I don't know how we went from A to Z. Because he's wearing his wedding ring in this scene. Now, I don't know why he chooses when he is and when he is not going to wear his wedding ring. I'm not even sure what the significance is in that. Like, are y'all having marital problems? Did you separate? Does he, why didn't he wear his wedding ring? Is he not wearing his wedding ring to his new job? Does he not want people at his new job to know he married? Hell, he on the TV show. Everybody know he married. But see, here's the problem, Whitney. You lose them how you get them. And that's what makes you nervous. You lose them how you get them. You cheated on your husband. He cheated on his wife. And y'all had a whole affair. So now you're worried when that karma is going to come kick you in the ass. That's what that's about. Because if the man wears his wedding ring sometimes and he doesn't wear it other times. But see, he done got this new job and you nervous about, him out there in them new streets. Without that ring on. Okay? Moving on. So then we see Lisa meeting up with Angie. And they down to the candle place making candles, child. And Meredith uses this. I'm sorry, I said Meredith. Lisa. Lisa uses this as an opportunity to get in Angie's head. Of course, they talk about Angie's party. She's having a Easter dinner. She wants to invite the ladies to her house to show them, about her Greek culture, being Orthodox Greek, and how they celebrate Easter and all of these things, which I think is great. I think it's great. She talks about her father and how, her mom passed away when she was only 44 and left, her dad a single dad with 6 children, how her father was an immigrant, didn't even really speak the language well, but wanted a better life for his family. I think that is great. I love the story and I think it's great. Lisa also used this as an opportunity to get in Angie's head about Miss Monica. Now, Lisa don't like Monica. And Lisa feels like, which I don't disagree with Lisa on this. Listen, I agree with Lisa on a lot of things in this episode. Y'all are going to probably be shocked. I didn't disagree so much with Lisa when Lisa was saying, hey now, she said, hey now, I need you to understand that Monica is probably just as culpable in this whole rumor situation as Meredith is. Because, yeah, Meredith threatened to tell some stories, but Monica was the one that actually said it. And the unwritten thing that she's saying is on camera, right? You got to remember that these ladies are still very cognizant of the fact that it's camera versus no camera. We saw that down to the Real Housewives of New York on Sunday. So Lisa's thing is, yeah, Meredith threatened, but Meredith never said it. Monica's the one that actually said it. So you kind of need to be side-eyeing Monica, and I feel like you need to check Monica on that. Now, do I agree with Lisa? I do. I said that in my review last week. But do I think that Lisa's intentions are strictly about Angie? Child, no. It's all about the fact that she don't like Monica and she trying to get some allies in this situation. Okay? So then we have this crazy scene with Mary and her son, and her asking her son, is he married? Now, it's clear that her son has no interest in doing any of this. He's not interested in filming. He's not interested in having this conversation. He's not interested in clearing up whether he married or not. Now, Mary say that they live in the house, that the boyfriend, that her son and his girlfriend live in the house, but she don't really get in their life. She said they kind of have their own wing. I get it. Listen, rich folk do that kind of stuff. You got a house that's big enough that we ain't got to see each other. I get that part. Okay. This thing is good. This thing is blurry. Okay, there we go. I get that part of it, right? But the part I don't understand is that you didn't know whether they were married or not. And what I'm still confused about is your son don't know either. He said, we went down to the courthouse. Did you fill out paperwork? Did you do a blood test? Did you apply for a license? Did a justice of the peace say you may now kiss the bride? Like, sir, I need some clarity. He talking about some, low-key we married, and it's been almost a year. Married, ma'am, excuse me, hello, woo. How these people living in your house and you don't know they married? Girl. Now, I like the quirky Mary, the smart alecky Mary, but this Mary, I can't do. I can't do this Mary. At all. So then Mary calls Meredith over because she needs to commiserate on what she has just learned about her son. Girl, you ain't learned nothing because your son ain't tell you nothing. We are all still confused. They also talk about this party with the bunny rabbit, and Meredith wasn't invited, but she's going to the GLAAD Awards anyway, so she can't be there. It don't matter. Mary says she was invited, but child, she don't want to go. So she come up with a whole lie to explain why she ain't going. Child, she said she had a flood in her house a year ago in Vegas, and that's why she can't make it. Child, they just let Mary do whatever the hell she wanted to do this season. Child, Mary probably ain't gonna come to the damn reunion again. Anyway, we see Heather talking to her daughter. Now, let me say this. Y'all know I'm very sensitive about the kids being a part of the storyline, and I get it. Your daughter's in college. She's technically legal, but y'all know I don't like it. Y'all know I don't like it. Her daughter is down and going to Santa Barbara, living her best life. You know, string bikinis down to the beach, she said. Cabo for spring break. It looked like she got a nice car because it got that whole sun moon roof situation. It looked like a Tesla. It looked like it's a Tesla. But neither here nor there. She had a whole conversation with this young lady about Lisa and Lisa's son going on this mission. Now, I told y'all that last week I felt a little different once I heard, Heather's side of why she is so upset, and I get that. But at a certain point, Heather, you really just have to let people do their own thing. Like the fact that you feel like Lisa was supposed to come to you and consult with you because you've actually been on a mission. Girl, y'all not even friends. And let's be clear. Lisa didn't even know her son was going on a mission. Child, everybody around town knew before Lisa knew. She found out when she went down to the candle shop that the lady at the candle shop knew her son was going on a mission before she did. She can't talk to you about it because she don't know about it. And at the end of the day, I understand how Heather feels. But Heather, sometimes you just gotta sit back and just pray on, well, I don't know, pray on it might not be the right word. Sometimes you just need to sit back and let things play out the way they're going to play out and hope that it turns out for the best. That's all I can say. I feel like Heather, you're doing a lot. And later on in this episode, when we see you talking to Lisa, again, I agree with Lisa. Lisa said, listen, Heather, I want to build a relationship with you. I really do. But my son and his mission is off the table. I don't want to talk about it with you. I don't want to discuss it with you because your experience is very different. It's very jaded. Then I don't want to put that on my son. I want him to have positive thoughts and vibes and let him experience what he's going to experience. I want to be a supportive mom. I don't want to think negatively. And I'm going to just pray that his experience is different from what you went through. Like, girl, you wrote a whole book. You are jaded. You feel some kind of way about some things that I don't want to push on my son. And I honestly can respect where Lisa is actually coming from in this conversation. Lisa is saying, listen, I need you to respect that boundary. We're not discussing my son and we're not discussing his mission. Just because you went on one and just because you have very strong opinions about the Mormon church, I understand it and I know it. But this is the wall right here. And we're not going to cross that line. It's right here. Again, Heather, sometimes you just gotta, they know how you feel. You've expressed it. You've said it. So that's it. There's nothing more you can do. Now, we see Meredith down to the GLAAD Awards with her son and her husband, and that was cute. Great for her. Great for Meredith. That's good. That's great. We get to the party, okay? We are down to the party, and it looks like a good time. It really does. It looks like we got the lamb on the spit. The priest then showed up. When you come into the house, everybody greets you with Christ has risen, and your response is He has risen. And I'm not saying any of this to be funny at all. I'm really talking about the religion. I don't want nobody to think I'm being funny right now because I'm not. And I thought that was a really nice party to invite the ladies to experience your culture and your religion. It's Easter. It's a very religious holiday in most religions. And so I thought that was great. They had Easter activities for the kids. She wanted to teach the ladies about the dance where you throw the money and, everybody's sitting around having a great time. Now, like I said, Lisa and Heather have their conversation about the mission during this time. Now, while this is going on, Angie decided that she's going to talk to Monica about the rumor. Now, here's the thing, y'all. Monica is very upset because Monica feels like, girl, first of all, Meredith didn't start that rumor. That rumor been going around Salt Lake City. And I feel like you know that, Angie. I feel like you know what these people been saying about you and your husband, okay? Let's not sit here and act like you ain't never heard this before. Because I feel like, girl, I ain't saying it's true. I'm just saying, girl. So, Monica is getting a little excitable, right? Because Monica's like, girl, I'm telling you the rumor. Now, I understood Angie's point. Angie's point was, you only told me about this rumor after Meredith threatened to say it, and then you brought it up. You didn't pull me aside. You didn't come and talk to me. You didn't come and see me about it. You literally allowed this narrative to be spun, and then you brought me in. So I understood where Angie was coming from. But then Monica's thing was, look, girl, Whitney asked me, like I wasn't running around town telling the rumor. Whitney asked me what it was and I said it. And then we told you. But for Lisa putting that battery in Angie's back, child, she would have never brought it out. But bravo, Lisa, for creating this moment. So they're starting to get a little loud and get a little animated. And Monica's mother comes over. Now, Monica's mother been flirting with Angie's dad and all kinds of stuff. And everybody's having a good time. I honestly feel like Monica's mother's intentions were good. She was like, "Come on, ladies. This is God's day. Let's not argue. Let's not." And Monica, Angie was like, "Well, I'm not arguing. I just want to, resolve it." And Angie even said at one point, "I just want to end it here. Let's just be done with it." And Monica was like, "Yeah, we're going to end it here so you can bring it back up at a later date and throw it in my face again." And Angie, and now she did pull your card, Angie. When Angie was like, "Well, girl, I could talk about rumors on you." She was like, "What? The foreclosure, the affair, me getting kicked out of the church? Like, girl, what you want? The fact that I'm broke? What? Listen, I own up to everything. What you gonna say about me?" And I said, "Well, girl, she done took away all that ammunition because she done put all her business out there, chat. What you thought you knew you was gonna hold over her head," she said, "Not today. Not today, Satan. You will not." So Monica's mother is trying to calm the situation. I honestly think she was. So then Monica turns on her mother and starts telling, "Why are you over here? What do you want? Well, why aren't you saying anything to her? Why are you saying something to me? Why this?" And so they end up separating, and Monica's mother apologizes to Angie and them about basically apologizing for Monica. That pissed Monica off even more. Monica's like, "Why are you apologizing for me? Why are you..." And so Monica felt like she took their side over hers. Now I need y'all to hear what I'm saying, because two things can be true at the same time. From the way that scene was edited, I got to put my caveat. From the way that scene was edited, Monica was wrong, in my opinion. However, as a person who feels like her mother has never been there for her, as a person who feels like her mother never has her back, she felt betrayed by her mom, and all she wanted was for her mother to support her and have her back in that moment. Was it the wrong time for her mother to have her back? Because, Monica, you was wrong, girl. Yes. In my opinion. But do I understand that need? That little girl that feels like her mother was never there for her. Her mother has always abandoned her and left her hanging. Do I understand that need that she says, "I need my mom"? I get it. And I feel like that's what we saw. I'm not bringing up the kids because according to Monica, that was edited. The kids were not in the room while they were actually having these discussions. That the kids were downstairs doing activities, which I can kind of believe. I feel like they added the kids in to make it look more dramatic that they were having this whole argument in front of the kids. Also, Lisa said that argument between Monica and her mother was way worse than what we saw, which I can understand. I can believe that as well. Eventually, Monica leaves her mama there and tells her mama, "Get your own way home," and she picks up her kids and she leaves, and everybody is sitting there looking embarrassed like, "Oh my God, I feel so sorry for her mom." Her mother is literally sitting on the couch after her daughter left her there and told her, "Find your own way home," and the rest of the party, knowing what just happened, is just really sitting there like, OMG. And they were like, "I feel so bad for her mom right now." And I can only imagine how embarrassed her mom was in that moment. Again, not saying that her mama didn't create this relationship with her daughter, but in that moment, I really, really felt for her mom. I did. Anyway, child, that is the review. Let me know what you guys think. I will talk to y'all later.